Hello and thank you for watching. This is Jennifer Bowman with Olympia Piano, and this is a short 5-part beginner warm-up in the key of A major. This is patterned after the MTNA Music Literacy Program. That's a program in the United States. And so if you are participating in this program, you can use this video to help you prepare for your exam. However, it's a great warm-up no matter which country you live in, gets you very familiar with the key of A major. So we're going to start by doing the A major scale. We're going to do it 4 different ways. Way number 1 is splitting up the scale into 2 hands, so not using the thumbs. We're going to have 1 black key in the left hand and 2 black keys in the right hand. It's going to feel like this. Back down. So now that you're familiar with the notes of the scale, let's transfer them to each hand individually. One thing I want to mention before getting into the hand separately scales is you want to be playing on the outside third of the black keys. Try not to get in the habit of having your fingers go really far in. The fingering is going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingering. I usually refer to this as standard fingering because there's lots of scales that use this fingering. So we're going to cross the thumb under once we reach finger 3. Right hand alone. Thumb under. Back down. Finger 3 over. Let's do that same thing with the left hand, starting with finger 5. Cross over with 3, back down, under 3. Now way number 4 is going to be hands together. I tell my students something's always happening on 3. That means the thumb is crossing under finger 3 or finger 3 is crossing over the thumb. So keep that in mind as we do this hands together. We'll go up and down slowly and then quickly. Hands together. Right hand under, left hand over, back down, left hand under 3, right hand over with 3. Quickly. Part 2 of the warm-up is getting familiar with 2 of the most important harmonies of the scale. We call these chords. Chords are based on the scale notes, only using those notes. And the chords we're going to practice right now are called the 1 chord because the first note of the scale is on the bottom. We create these chords by playing every other note of the scale. That's our 1 chord. It's called tonic. Now let's go to the 5th note. Put your thumb here, and here's the rest of the scale. And we're going to use those scale notes to create the 5 chord. So the 1 chord is A major, the 5 chord is E major, and the 5 chord is called the dominant. Same thing with the left hand. We've got tonic, 1, A major, put finger 5 where finger 1 was, play the dominant, E major, and back. So part 3 of the warm-up, we have what's called a chord progression. And we're going to use that same 1 chord and 5 chord. But if you notice, they share an E. So I'm going to use a different version of the 5 chord, a version that has the E on the top. And I'm going to also have one other thing that's slightly different. I'm going to add what's called the 7th. And that 7th is a whole step lower than that top note. So I'm going to add this note. And then I'm just not going to play the note that currently finger 2 is playing. So I'm just going to play a 3-note chord that's 1, 4, 5. All right? So for the chord progression, the 1 chord, tonic chord, we're going to scoot the thumb down a half step. And instead of playing finger 3, we're going to play finger 4 right where it is using notes of the A major scale. And then we're going to slide that thumb back up and we're going to play finger 3 again. 1, 5, 7, 1. Left hand, we're going to do the same thing. It's going to feel different because the finger 5 is on the bottom, not the thumb. So the finger 5 is going to slide down a half step and then we're going to play finger 2 where it is, and then slide it back. Let's do that together. Slide down a half step to a black key that's in the A major scale, and back. Part 4 of the warm-up is called an arpeggio. An arpeggio is simply when we play the notes of a chord one at a time instead of together, which would be blocked. So we're going to play left hand, right hand, cross over. Left hand's going to play the tonic note, the A, with finger 2, and then we're going to come back down. So it's going to feel like this. 5, 3, 1, 1, 3, 5, cross over, 5, 3, 1, 1, 3, 5. Now press the pedal on the right and do it one more time. Part 5 of the warm-up, we are going to create intervals within this scale. An interval simply refers to a distance between 2 notes. All of these are intervals. We're going to practice the interval of a second, third, fourth, fifth, scoot 5 up, 6th. Left hand, second, third, fourth, fifth, 6th. And that's it. You've completed your short beginner warm-up in the key of A major. I hope you feel more comfortable in this key with all these black keys. I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel where I literally have hundreds of piano educational videos. As always, I love to know where you're from, so please leave that for me in the comments. And thank you for watching.